How's it going? I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you tune in and see this. So, these are going to be general readings for both Virgo and Libra for March 2025. Everybody is welcome, regardless of where you have Virgo and Libra in your chart. So, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I just want to make sure that our sound is good and that we are going public on Facebook and all that good stuff. Okay, so sound is good. And that's not what I wanted. And then we're going to just make sure we're public on Facebook. Okay. So we should be public now. If it would cooperate with me. Let's see. Okay. So I think we're good now. All right. So we just did some we just lit some incense. Okay. So we're gonna clear the energy from the bones and charms from the previous readings and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna do a quick sound bell and then go ahead and get started for Virgo for March. All right. So again, I hope everyone is doing good wherever you are in the world, whenever you tune in to see this. All right. So we clear energy with sound and tension and incense smoke and all that good stuff. So if you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths, just check in with your body while we do the sound bell. And if you're sensitive to sound, you can feel free to turn it down temporarily while we do the sound bell. All right. But this is going to be for Virgo for March 2025. All right. Now, while I shuffle the bones and charms, make it a little bit noisy as well. But again, it's just temporary, so feel free to turn it down if you need to temporarily. But thank you, you guys, for your patience, your understanding, for your energy, your views, likes, shares, all the things. All right, so spirits, please guide my hands. Spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for March 2025? Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo. Spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirit, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Spirit, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirit, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirit, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Virgo for March 2025. Spirits. All right. Put that over there. Oops. Sorry about that. Put that over there. So I'm going to move in some of the bones and charms that have gone out a little bit. It doesn't change their meaning. It's just easier for us to see in a few moments when I bring the camera down. And I'll go over all the different sections and what they mean as well. And welcome back to people who've been here before, or whether it's your first time, welcome to everybody. All right. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We can always flip over more as we go through the reading. All right, so now real quickly, I do want to see where Spirit wants to start this reading before I take the camera down. So every reading is different. All right, so thank you guys again for your understanding and patience. Spirits, please guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Virgo reading for March? Spirits, please guide my hands. Right there. Okay. So I'm just going to put my pen there where we're going to start. But it looks like Spirit wants to start in relationships and love. So we'll do that and then see where we go after that. But yeah, let me go ahead and take the camera down for you guys so you can see everything up close. All right. So it looks like here, Virgo, that a lot of your bones and charms this month are pretty spread out. And we'll talk about what the stuff means when it goes off of the black mat and on the white mat. But basically, it looks like your two busiest sections this month is probably relationships and love, work and money. Okay, doesn't mean that there are not other things going on in the other two sections, like body and mental health and spiritual unconscious or your intuition. But these definitely look like the busiest areas. But now let's go ahead and get closer to the first section where we're going to start in relationships and love. Okay, but basically whatever falls outside of the black mat is still in that quadrant or section where you can see those dotted lines. Just imagine that they go out further. Okay, and so that's just past energy still in those sections. So it could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc., whatever the past is. Okay, and you may come to this reading for yourself or for someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So always take it how it may resonate for you. And if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. Always check out your other placements, like what your sun, ascendant, rising, and moon sign have to say as well. All right. So with that being said, I want to look at right here where the energy was drawing me, and then we'll kind of go back and go over the past stuff and then move further back in, okay? But it was really drawing me here to the center with these first two charms together. We can see the water charm here, and we have the horseshoe in the ladybug, okay? So again, this is all types of relationships, whether it's romantic, platonic, or self-love with friends and family, etc. But with the water charm here, this is like a lot of emotions showing up here, but also some beautiful good luck as well. Okay. So even though there might be a lot of changes and things happening with all this activity, those are the first two things that Spirit kind of wanted to point out. Okay. So I definitely like the good luck there. Now I want to go out this way a little bit with this past stuff, and I'm going to kind of just put the pen roughly where that dotted line is, if it'll stay. So it's kind of like that, right? So again, past energy still in this section. So when we go further out in the past here, Virgo, we have that baby face down. We have this raccoon claw right here. Okay, we've got the apple. We've got the buckeye. I'll just flip that over. We have a little bit of the listening seashell here as well. So let's talk about those things first. So there could have been a lot of manifesting energy in the past with that raccoon claw, perhaps about something either to do with your children or someone else's in the 3D physical world. And if it's not physical children, it could be something about your inner child, okay, or childlike energy here. And there's also something going on here with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or your own leadership qualities here, Virgo, showing up in the past, okay, around this kind of childlike energy. And when the baby faces down, it can talk about a need for rest, okay, or downloading something while we're sleeping, okay. So again, this could relate to your relationships. So this one is half in the past and half in the future, current, present energy. So it's still showing up here, but we're just talking about the where it started, perhaps in the past as well. Now, as we go this way, Virgo, a lot of abundance energy showing up in the past in terms of your relationships, and perhaps somebody or some energy was really trying to tap into their feminine energy and listen for something, because this is my listening seashell. So if it was a bigger one and we put it up to our ear, we could hear the ocean, right? So that's that listening aspect. Now, as we go this way, Virgo, we can see that perhaps in the past also something like some type of transformation started here for you or for someone else, multiple people, or just the energy here with the butterfly. And there's a lot of strength, energy, and courage and passion and creativity showing up here with Leo the lion as well. This could have something to do with a Leo or during Leo season, or where you may even have Leo in your chart, but it doesn't have to be the zodiac energies, but really about that passion and that creativity and that fiery kind of energy. There also is like a nice manifesting energy here for cutting something away, or doing some clearing and cleansing here with the scissors very close to that second raccoon claw, okay? And then if we go this way, because this is still in that dotted line too, remember if we put the pen here, it's still on this side, okay? Now here, Virgo, we have the fish vertebrae. We have the envelope charm, and I believe that's the strawberry underneath it. Yes, it is, okay? So the fish vertebrae is our backbone, right? Our support system. So perhaps in the past, there was something about the support system either changing or evolving in some way and needing to go with the flow with some type of important details, okay? So there could have been a letter, message, document, or some type of information or opportunity that either came in to you from someone else, or just in general from your spiritual team, or it could have gone out from you to someone else, okay? But the details definitely were important, like fine-tuning all the details within that, okay? So again, these are kind of like catalyst energy because they're past, that kind of makes it possible for what we're about to see here in the future, current, present energies. And we started with that good luck, okay, with the horseshoe and the ladybug. Okay, so could be again why we have all this good luck showing up here in the past is because, good luck showing up in the future is because of what was started in the past here. All right. Now, as we go this way, Virgo, we have the yin and yang symbol, we have the lizard, and then we have the deer tooth right here. So somebody could have been, and still is, or the energy is, chewing over and digesting not only to how to have more balance within one relationship or all relationships, but also something to do with healing here. Okay, so when we think of deer, or when I think of a deer, they're like this gentle animal. So getting back to some type of healing, balanced, gentle energy within the relationships. Someone is really chewing over and digesting this. Again, possibly receiving some type of spiritual downloads while resting, or just needing to take some kind of deep rest or restorative sleep for someone here with that baby face down again. Um, Now, as we go over this way, Virgo, we have that skeleton hand crossing the line, which is touching Cupid. We have the whale vertebrae bone piece here. We have the crown, and then we have the masculine charm. Okay, so this skeleton hand represents passed on loved ones, friends, family, etc., spiritual team, guides. Okay, but they're like pointing, or Cupid's arrow is kind of pointing to it. So this is really showing up as like your spiritual support system here, Virgo. Really perhaps wants to help you or someone else be more masculine. When we talk about masculine and feminine, we all have both regardless of gender, but the higher vibrational masculine energy would be being more proactive, with either working with someone that has more knowledge than you, or higher up. Okay, or is your own leadership qualities like within your relationships. Okay, so if there's relationships struggles going on, right, then there could be someone that has some advice for you, or wants you to help you with your confidence here or something. Or again, it could be your own leadership qualities showing up here. But very nice energy. And look at this. We have the skeleton hand, Virgo, and the angel coin, okay, both in this section. So your spiritual team, again, wants this masculine proactive energy to come through, with the first raccoon penis bone here showing up. So someone is chewing over and digesting this with this human tooth bone here. And also maybe how to have a balance. Remember, we had the yin and yang back there, between individual power within our relationships and a community sense of power with our relationships here with that first honeybee. Okay, now if we go this way, also here, Virgo, we've got the bat symbol, and then we have the bobcat tooth. Okay, so chewing over and digesting also maybe our subtle communications and our subtle boundaries with ourself and others in our relationships is definitely showing up here. Now I wanted to see, oh, okay, so yeah, even more good luck over here, kind of half hiding underneath that raccoon penis bone. Here, Virgo, is we have the 4-leaf clover, and then on top of it is the turtle. Okay, and so this is talking about being proactive, right, and assertive with, again, what is the different roles, and are people pulling enough weight, or vice versa, etc. But there's a need to go slow with this. Okay, and we also have like your third symbol for good luck. Remember, we have 1, 2, 3. You also have a little bit right on the line here of that green lucky rabbit's foot. So a lot of movement, a lot of changes happening here, but a lot of really nice positive changes and good luck showing up. Okay, now it also seems that when you or someone else, or the energy, focuses on this individual power and community power in the relationships, this can lead to a lot of abundance here, Virgo, with that money bag showing up. And there's also something about memories of abundance, because here we also have the elephant charm and this other human tooth bone, and then we have the hummingbird. Okay, so memories of abundance, but also memories of what we're naturally good at, or doing things that are outside the box or non-traditional with our relationships, or within them. Okay, because the hummingbird flies backwards. It's different from the other birds, but it is super fast. It's the fastest bird and it gets the sweetest nectar. Okay. So I definitely see this energy showing up as well. Um, Now, as we go this way, we can see the question mark is also touching this raccoon penis bone. So whatever's touching things that are right on the line, like all of this is also going to apply to relationships and love, okay? So there could be some questions from long ago, or longing for something, or longing for these questions. And there's a need to clear something here with the emotions, okay, Virgo? Because then you have the feather leading into the cup. Okay, remember we started with emotions and all this good luck, but here also there's something about needing to clear some emotions. This maybe has something to do also with your spiritual team coming in and helping you with this, or because of passed on loved ones, friends, family, etc. There could also be the need to clear some of that grief or sadness associated with that for some people, but not for everybody. But in general, it just means clearing some of these more not so fun emotions, okay? But there's all this beautiful protection around it, protection and safety, right? So the safety pin is underneath the Norse symbol for protection, and they're not always together like that. So that's really, really cool. So it's safe to clear and explore these emotions, but then to clear them, because there's also something going on here where we're going to need to plant some seeds, or you already have, or someone else's, or just the energy with the corn charm. Planting seeds for the future for what we want in terms of our relationships, whether it's romantic, platonic, with friends and family, or self love, or all of the above. Okay, just wanted to make sure there was nothing under that green lucky rabbit's foot. But again, all this beautiful good luck around planting these new seeds, okay? Or if they've already started to be planted from before, then just nurturing them. All right. And I think that it's really cool too that the second honeybee is over here with my symbol, the goat. Okay, so Capricorn energy. So it's about individual power and community power, and how we can put an effort with that in our relationships, or how we're being really resilient and we're not giving up, or someone else isn't giving up, multiple people, etc., or just the energy. So I definitely like that. Now, this could have something here, Virgo, to do with a Capricorn, or Capricorn season, or where you may have Capricorn in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. All right. Um, and then as we move forward over this way a little bit too, we have the freedom handcuffs here, and on top of it, we have the puzzle piece, and then on the other side, we have the cloud. Okay. So here it's like, if there's still confusion, right, in these questions, right, with the cloud, a big piece of the puzzle is what is our sense of freedom or justice here, okay? So it's going to be kind of different for everybody, all right? But it is showing up as well, okay? And with that ship charm over here, I don't know if it was touching. I think it was a little bit further away, but that's okay. We'll mention it briefly. Is this could have something to do with travel, within one relationship with somebody else or multiple people, or it could even have something to do with being by water, and how healing that is, and how maybe that can help us again calm the emotions, clear some of this confusion, and bring more of a sense of freedom, or even just breathing. Also, hearing is a big thing here. Okay. Now, the last couple things I want to say about the relationship stuff is, when we went back this way, these things are also right on the line and touching. Okay, is here we have the key, and it's touching the cat's eye, which is then touching the bow and arrow. And then if we go back this way, we also have that dragonfly there, Virgo. So there could be some answers that are wanting to come through, answers perhaps to those questions that we saw over there, right? But there's still something perhaps that we're not seeing all the way clearly, or someone else isn't, or multiple people, or just the energy. So the cat's eye, if you're familiar with tarot, is almost like the moon card. So we don't have all the information just yet, okay? And this could have something to do with our relationship goals here, Virgo. And we have Sagittarius energy. So it could have something to do with the Sagittarius, or where you have Sag in your chart, or where someone else does. Or it's none of those things, and it's just about where do we pull back that arrow and hit our target in our relationships, okay? Because there's still something that we don't have all the information just yet. And with the dragonfly back there, it's also just about our dreams and what we wish for in terms of our relationships really being like a focus at this time. And as we follow that cat's eye this way, Virgo, then we have here the ship anchor, okay? And so this is about our sense of freedom and safety within our relationships, okay? Remember, we had freedom like all the way out here, but this is also freedom and safety, okay? Because we drop our ship anchor when we need to stop our boat, so to speak, and we lift the anchor when we need to go, okay? So there's something still here that we don't have all the information just yet, okay? Now, I don't think they were touching, okay? So I don't want to talk about this just yet, all right? But that's pretty much what I'm seeing in terms of relationships. Now, the other thing I want to mention, if we pull back a little bit here, Virgo, is whatever falls in this center circle, right, where all the dotted lines intersect, affects all the different areas throughout the reading. Okay, and so remember, we have this hummingbird, and then that's touching the raccoon penis bone, it's touching this two human teeth bones, this elephant, the money bags, the honeybee over here, and then the angel coin, the four-leaf clover under here, and then also the turtle. So it's like a need to go slow. Your spiritual team is saying I need to go slow here with something, because there are some questions still needing to clear some emotions, but it's safe to do that, right? And putting in the effort and finding out what is the individual effort and the community effort in the relationships, and really focusing on, well, what am I naturally good at in terms of my relationships, or where am I doing things non-traditional or in a different way that maybe people don't necessarily understand. Okay, so that's kind of the last thing I'll say there about relationships. All right. But now I want to go ahead and move into your body and mental health is the next place where Spirit wants me to go. Okay. So we'll start a little bit here in the past and then work our way into the future, current, present energies. And I'm just kind of moving things in a little bit closer so we can see them. It doesn't necessarily change their meaning, okay? Hi, Lynn. I see you there in the chat. How are you doing? I usually sometimes don't see the chat, but I did just now. So how's it going? But yeah, so here, Virgo, I can see the fork is here. We have part of the turkey wishbone. We have the snake vertebrae over here. We have the rope charm. We have the second raccoon penis bone, starting in the past and then also moving inward, okay? But in terms of somebody's body and mental health, right? Here, Virgo, maybe somebody or you or someone else or the energy was really thinking about something to do with what am I not only physically eating, but what am I mentally digesting, right? What's going on with the mental health, right? Maybe this started in the past and there was a big wish for this focus to maybe be more healthy in these ways, okay? In different aspects. And there also could have been a beautiful supportive energy here with this snake vertebrae, the backbone. Okay, so snakes shed their skin, so they're about change and evolution as well. And so maybe in the past here, Virgo, there was some type of thing going on with your support system, right? Whether that's friends, family, romantic partner, etc. Your support system with your body and mental health. It could even be doctors, trainers, etc. Okay. But they kind of look like they go together here, and it's like over time with this rope charm, Virgo, this masculine energy from this raccoon penis bone about being proactive or assertive and divine masculine energy that we all have, regardless of gender. Um, there's a big wish here for better health, but also clearing something here with the leaf charm. Okay. So I definitely like that, and it feels really nice. The other thing I would say that going back out on this way in the past here as well is we have the nutmeg, and then we have the balance scale. So Libra energy here, Virgo. So maybe in the past it's like how to be more abundant and have a balance with the body and the mind, is one way to look at it. But it could also just be how to have more equal give and take, with our support system, so they can help support you or someone else or the energy with the body and mental health goals. Okay. Now I also see, if we go this way, I know it's kind of hard to see, so I'll move it over a little bit. But here we have the feminine charm, and it's on top of the broom. Okay, so this could be about some type of feminine energy coming in here, and maybe again helping you clear something or someone else, etc. Here, Virgo. But I like this feminine energy showing up here because it's also echoed over here, with the conch seashell. Okay, so as a stereotype, divine feminine energy would be more soft or receiving kind of energy, gentle, right? With clearing this. So you have both here, Virgo. You have that masculine energy that's helping clear something, and also feminine energy. And that could also be the balance that we saw back here in the past. And I forgot to say, or I don't know if I said, I don't think I did, but this could have something to do with um, a Libra during Libra season, or even where you have Libra in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. Okay. Um, but with this fish here, Virgo, we have a need to go with the flow here, right? So these twin fish are circling within each other. This does represent Pisces. So same thing that I always say about all the zodiac frequencies is, this could have something to do with the Pisces, or during Pisces season, or where you have Pisces in your chart, or someone else does. Or it's none of those zodiac frequencies, and it's just about going with the flow here and not trying too hard, right? It's like just keep clearing and keep focusing on the goals. And that started in the past, and it's still happening. So what are we physically eating? What are we mentally digesting? And how does that like affect the overall health? Okay. Now, as we go this way here, Virgo, I love this. I'm just turning around so you can kind of see it. But this is the yes coin showing up in this section this month for you. And right here we have the dog ankle bone. On the other side, we have the coyote claw, and then the fish. And then we even have the North Star here. Okay. So, I think I said it before too, is like your most active sections this month is relationships and love and work and money. So your spiritual team may want you to focus more on these areas, because perhaps what you've already started to do here, or someone else, or the energy is looking really good. So just continue with that clearing and cleansing and cutting away energy with the leaf and the broom, right? Because here there's this beautiful flexibility coming in with this. So you could be receiving a yes or giving a yes, but it's something about teamwork here too, possibly with that coyote claw, because they're a pack animal. It's like teamwork. How can I be more successful with my body and mental health, and keep continuing to follow the North Star? Because I want to just show you for a second. If I move this, oh, and we had some stuff under there, so we got to see that anyway. But here is like all the little sections have different imagery, right? So relationships and love has the heart, and here, if you can see, it's a person meditating. So right next to the head, the crown chakra is that star. So it's like someone is really focused on their health goals. Okay, so I definitely love to see that. And then when we took that coin away, I saw that we had these two other pieces here as well. So here we have the armadillo vertebrae bone coming through, and then we have the seahorse here, Virgo. So armadillo vertebrae, right? Vertebrae is our backbone. Another thing about a support system. And it could be something to do with family here with the seahorse. Okay, so this could be our blood family, or whoever is our tribe, like who we consider our people, right? But they could definitely be very supportive here. And the armadillo as an animal, right? It has that hard outer shell. So it's like, could even be that your support system within your family, whatever that means for you, is helping strengthen your center or your core, or helping even with like stomach issues or something here, or um, the solar plexus chakra, right? Because this armadillo bone is right where the stomach is on that little figure meditating. But whatever it is, I definitely like it. Okay, for you. Now I'm going to turn the camera back this way and kind of put back that yes coin. But yeah, definitely a lot of beautiful energy there. Okay, so the last thing I'll say about this section, because it's right on the line, and we talked about it in terms of relationships and love, but now we're talking about it with the body and mental health. As we have that ship anchor there, which is then touching the cat's eye, and that is touching the bow and arrow, Sagittarius energy, and over here we have the key charm. Okay, so here, Virgo, it's like there may be something where you don't have all the information yet, or someone else doesn't, or just the energy in general. Um, Maybe about like how the body and mental health goals may be changing a little bit in terms of like, well, where can I feel a sense of freedom and safety within my physical body and also my mind, right? So there's something there where we don't have all the information, and it doesn't, again, feel like bad, because on the other side with the key charm, it's like some kind of answers coming in here, hopefully soon, right? So just keep focusing on the health goals, and what you dream for in terms of your own health or someone else's, etc. Okay, and just also look at the flexibility aspect here with whatever that yes coin is representing. But very, very cool, Virgo. Okay. All right. So the next section I've been called to talk about is your work and money over here. So that's your second kind of busiest section. So I want to see the few items that are in the past here and then move forward. Sorry, I need a sip of water for a second, guys. 1 second. Okay. So we don't have anything up here, okay, but we do have a few things on the side here. So first we have a human tooth bone right here, just flipping over so you can see it a little bit. We have the book charm. Now we have the chair, and inside or underneath the chair is one of the coyote penis bones showing up here, and it's a little bit in the past and then going into the future, current, present energies, okay. And then we, of course, have the skull here, half in the past, half in the future, current, present energies. So where we find the skull in the reading can tell us a lot where someone's mind is, or where it was, or where it will be. And I do have 2 skulls in my kit. So the other one we'll talk about later is in spiritual unconscious over here. But right now we're talking about this one, okay? So, and this is also right on the line. So you have both actually well, no, this is the coyote penis bone, and this is, um, no, this is the coyote penis bone too. Yeah, it is. Okay, I thought so. So double kind of masculine energy showing up here. So maybe in the past, someone was thinking and chewing over and digesting, thinking a lot about their work, their money, their finances, or their sense of being valued. And perhaps in the past, some information came in here with this book charm. It could have been information, again, going out from you or coming to you from a person or from your spiritual team in general. And this could have really impacted or had something to do with the home, okay? So it could be our physical home, where we live, right? So since we're talking about work and money and finances and values, it could be there was like some expenses there, or there could have been some I don't know. I mean, I guess even if you do renovations, that's still an expense, or changes or something going on here. But if it's not those things in our physical home, it could also be like, well, where do we feel a sense of home, right? With the work, the money, the finances, or our sense of being valued. So your spiritual team, or just in general here, is like, let's be proactive with it. Again, that double kind of masculine energy that started in the past and is also here, excuse me, in the future, current, present energies. Okay. Now I like this. We got our witch charm on her broom. Okay, so this is my symbol for a group of friends, or one friend, or just a friendly type of energy that maybe is showing up here to help with, again, like something in the environment and all of these changes going on, because it's an active section, right? Because if we go this way, Virgo, we have the spider and the spider web here. Okay, so if something, a little insect flies into the spider web, it reverberates, and everything is felt in that spider's environment, right? So there's a lot of happiness here, Virgo. This is beautiful. We have the sun charm here, and then right next to it, or on top of it, before I moved it, is the peace doves. So it's like happiness and this beautiful, peaceful energy showing up as well. And remember, too, if we go this way, is the majority of your green lucky rabbit's foot is in the work and money section, or your finances, or your sense of being valued, right? So I definitely like that. Okay. Now, as we go this way, right on the line as well, and these things are all touching and crossing each other, so they also apply to work and money. We have Cupid here is right on top of the skeleton hand. We have the whale vertebrae bone here. We have the crown, and then we have the masculine charm, which is also right on the line. So here, Virgo, it's like your spiritual team, whether it's passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, etc. And it's like your spiritual team and your physical team, people that are still alive, or spirits that you can see, or however you want to say that, right? They are so supportive with all this good luck and wanting good luck here for you with the work, or at work, the money, the finances, the values, okay, or sense of being valued. They could also really want to help you with either working with a higher up, a guide, a boss, etc. It could also be your own leadership qualities here, Virgo, but being really proactive with this, okay, with that masculine energy, being more aggressive, assertive in a certain way, okay. Now, if we go back in the center here, there could be something going on here with travel, with the ship charm, travel with the work, or at work, or with being able to travel with the money, okay, the finances, or something going on here. It could also just be like movement, but it could also just be, or in addition to that, right, like something to do with being by water, okay, or a sense of freedom. Remember how I said before in terms of relationships when we were talking about this, is that it was like needing to breathe here. So I still feel that in terms of work or money as well. Because if there's some confusion, there needs to be also this sense of freedom or justice. Okay, it's a big piece of the puzzle here with the puzzle piece. So if there's some confusion about travel or this sense of freedom with the work, the money, the finances, it's just like breathe through it. Okay, because remember, we still had all these other beautiful things happening. And look at this, Virgo. Okay, remember, you're protected and you're safe twice. So you have the North symbol for protection on top of um, the safety pin, and and then with the corn here, it's about planting seeds, something of substance with the work, the money, the finances, and not giving up with that, and all the hard work and energy and being resilient with that. Okay, because here with the goat, that's what they do, right? Goats are super flexible, or they can travel difficult mountain pathways that other animals can't. Okay, so this could again have something to do with Capricorn, or where you have Capricorn in your chart, or even Capricorn season. But if it's none of those things, it's just about that resilient energy and knowing, um, also here, Virgo, that if there's some emotions around, you know, who's pulling their weight, and who's not, or if even if it's not a person, it's just an energy. Because with the honeybee here, this represents our individual power and our community power, and there's like a lot of emotions with that. Okay, so I always say that, like, if one honeybee quit and then they joined a union and then all the honeybees quit, the queen bee wouldn't have honey and she'd die as well as all of them. Right? So that's kind of why I say it's individual power, because each bee's effort is felt, right? Again, being resilient and putting in the effort. But then also the queen bee is important too, okay? Because she makes all the little worker bees. All right. Um, but if we go this way, Virgo, to follow that up, right, we have that feather coming back to the coffin charm. We have the question mark, and then the question mark is on top of the mermaid. So if there's questions, either around even past life stuff, but doesn't necessarily have to be, but really wanting for the spiritual team to show up, they're here and they have your back. Okay, and they want to help you clear something here with these emotions. They're saying it's safe to have these questions, and it's safe to be a little confused sometimes, but they want to clear the emotions that maybe aren't helping continue to plant seeds, okay, for what you want with your future, with the work, the money, the finances. All right. Now, also, don't forget here, Virgo, remember I said whatever's in the center circle affects all the different areas. It's like, what are you naturally good at? With the hummingbird here, in terms of work or money or finances, or your sense of values or being valued. There's memories of that. Maybe you need to focus on this again, or someone else does, or the energy. But when you do that, or when someone else does, or the energy does shift that way, then we can have more abundance, right? And it's not just money, even though we're talking about work or money, it's how are we feeling valued too. Um, so, again, your spiritual team is on it, okay, with the angel coin. And maybe there's going to be, like, in the future, more of like a, not a division, I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like when we delegate tasks at work or with the work, we're not taking everything on, Virgo, right? So that, again, the individual power and community power with both of the honeybees is a big thing here. The need to go slow with it, but know that there's good luck with that slow energy. Now, Virgo, or depending on where you have Virgo in your chart, you are an earth sign, okay? So you might naturally go slower or more cautious with work and money and stuff over other signs a little bit, but that's okay. So it's like with the hummingbird there again, it's like tune into that, right? You don't need to be rushed into stuff. And even though there's all this good luck and happiness and peaceful energy, still just continue to go slow, however that makes sense, okay? All right. Now, as we move to your last section here, Virgo, and it's probably the least active section, still doesn't mean that there aren't things happening, but this is what I call the spiritual unconscious section or your intuition, right? Whatever words make sense here for you, okay? But I want to start in the past. So we have that coyote penis bone that was also right on the line here. So masculine energy showing up in the past. And then here with this alligator claw, this is also good luck, okay? But it's reaching and manifesting something just like some of the other animal claws that I have. So perhaps in the past, someone or some energy was like, how can I have more good luck with my own intuition, with my spiritual team, with my unconscious? Like, what I say this before is like, this could be what you feel when you're alone or when you're sleeping or at night, right? It's your inner guidance system. It's your first reaction, your gut reactions to things, right? So, somebody, also we have both the skulls this time in spiritual unconscious. One is a little bit up here in the past and the future, and then your other one is here, okay? So definitely thinking a lot about this, someone or the energy here. Now, when we first started, this was face down, but I just turned it sideways so we could kind of see it. But just like the baby that we had all the way back here, a lot of times, especially because this time we're in spiritual unconscious, it's like spiritual downloads while we are sleeping. The need for more restorative rest because maybe we're doing a lot while we are sleeping, receiving any spiritual downloads, okay? Or just a big need for like restorative rest here, okay? Um, this could also be something about something from long ago or even past lives here with the seashell charm. Um, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, but I do feel that it is um, someone's processing a lot, okay? Or multiple people, general environment situation, like while they're sleeping, okay? So that makes sense because that's when our logical mind is shut off and we're more likely to accept those things to kind of come through. Also, here with the spider and the spider web, it's being very sensitive to our spiritual unconscious environment. And here, this is really cute. I like this, Virgo. We have Saturn charm on top of the frog. Okay, so Saturn is Capricorn Earth energy. So Earth energy, just like you, Virgo. Um, but Saturn energy in particular. It's like getting organized, getting serious about making some type of spiritual, unconscious, or intuitive leap of faith here. Okay, so Saturn is really putting a focus on that. Um, so maybe check where you have Saturn in your chart. It can tell you a lot too. But it's like if we want to clear a little bit of stagnant energy that's showing up here with the lock, or even back here with the mountain charm, any like spiritual, unconscious, intuitive challenges that we may face, right? Because it happens to all of us throughout our life, is to make that leap of faith and listen to these new ideas that are really wanting to come in here. So this is so beautiful, Virgo. So here are the lightning bolt. We have my listening bells, and then we have Pegasus, the winged horse, showing up here. So it's like listening to our spiritual unconscious freedom, what makes us feel free so we can fly like Pegasus, okay? And what makes us maybe feel free is bringing in these new ideas or listening, just giving them a chance, right? Like, you, again, you're not in a rush, right? With the yes coin and the good luck and all these things happening, this still doesn't necessarily have to be a rush, but just listen to whatever these spiritual, unconscious, intuitive ideas that you may get from yourself and from others, or just the energy. Just kind of be open to it, okay? Now, the last thing, well, actually, there's two last things. Be open to it, but also be flexible, because remember, if we go this way, sorry, the lighting is too bright. Let me see if I can block it with my shadow. That's a little better. If we go this way, Virgo, we have the dog ankle bone that's right on the line. Remember, we have the yes coin, we have the fish, we have the coyote claw going this way, and then underneath it, remember, we had the armadillo vertebrae bone piece and the seahorse. Okay, so they're all touching and each other and they're on the line. So they also apply this way. So being open to these new ideas or being more flexible, maybe saying yes to something here. Yes, I want to let in my spiritual support system, my intuition, my unconscious. Yes, I want to maybe do something here with the family, my spiritual family or my blood family in the 3D physical world, whatever it is, or both of those things, or one of those things. This is where you're going to have a lot of success here, Virgo, and working with others. So I feel like it is both, and I think we said that somewhere else. It was up there. I was like, oh yeah, it was with the skeleton hand and Cupid. It's like your spiritual team and your 3D human team, okay? So working with both of those things and having that team working energy is definitely going to help. And with the spiritual team, they're going to help you clear some emotional questions that maybe you had around the stagnant energy or the challenges that were over here. They're telling you again that it is safe. You are safe and protected to work through these things and to have the community power and individual power, to plant the seeds for whatever it is also that you want spiritually, unconsciously, intuitively. Okay, so then maybe you can, or someone else can, or the energy can make whatever that leap of faith is. The leap of faith could just be, again, being open to these new ideas or being more flexible here. Okay, but yeah, that is what I have for you, Virgo. I hope some of that makes sense, or makes sense later whenever you see this. Or if you watch it again later or something, I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much, as always, for your energy, your views, your likes, your subscriptions, and shares. They're all free, whether it's here on Facebook or on YouTube, or later eventually Instagram and TikTok. So I'm going to put the camera back up, and we're going to now kind of switch over to our Libra energy. Okay, so we're going to clear all this and do another sound bell and all that fun stuff. So let me just put this back up here. But yes, enjoy this period, Virgo. Really nice reading. And yeah. All right. So let me get my bowl here. And we'll just kind of put all the bones and charms back in here. Oh crap, I did it again. I didn't take a picture. Hold on, y'all. I caught myself this time. Wait. This was here. Okay. I always take a picture and post it on Facebook. But I would always, usually I do it in the beginning, but I've been waiting until the end because then all the bones and charms are kind of flipped over. So then it's kind of better to see. And I think I forgot to take a picture of one of them this week, but that's okay. We got it now. I got you, Virgo. Okay, now we can put the stuff away. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, so I hope everyone's having a good Friday, or whenever you see this so far, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Okay. Let's just get all these guys together. Oops. And I actually want to definitely kind of rotate the mat as well. And we'll let the bones and charms kind of rest here with some crystals for a little bit. Clear the energy. Okay, and sound bell. And maybe a little incense again. So you can clear energy with intention is always the most important, just like anything. And with smoke, if you can handle it, and also with sound, right? All right, let me actually take this off for a second again. Okay. And I forgot to clear you guys and me too with the incense. So let me do that as well. Here you go. Get up the get some of that for yourself, guys. All right. Okay. Put this over here. Okay. So if you are sensitive to sound, you may want to turn it down a little bit. Sometimes the sound bell gets loud. And I know I talk low and I'm trying to talk louder for everybody. I do apologize. At some point I might experiment with some other webcams because my cousin gave me some that he doesn't use and they're probably better quality. So I will be trying to work on the sound. All right. But anyway, guys, feel free to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided or just listen. All right. But this is going to be for Libra for March 2025. Over here. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and shuffle the bones and charms just like how you would shuffle tarot cards. It might get loud as well, but it's just temporary. All right, thank you guys for your patience and understanding. All right, so spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra for March. What does air sign Libra need to see, need to know for their highest good? Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra. The balance scales for March 2025. Let's do a little bit more, okay? Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra. Air sign Libra for their highest good for March 2025. Messages for Libra. Messages for air sign Libra. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for air sign Libra for March. Messages for air sign Libra, spirits for March. Messages for air sign Libra for March. What does Libra need to see? What does Libra need to know? Messages for Libra. Wow, that was quick. Okay. Libra, you got some things to talk about real quick. Okay. That's good. Let me put this over here. Move in a couple things a little bit. Just so we can see stuff better. I'm going to flip over some of the bones and charms. Doesn't change their meaning as we bring them closer. Just easier to see because they're still in their little sections, okay? Got a lot right here. I don't want to flip over yet until we get there because they're all touching and they're going to fall. So I will wait on those. Okay, that looks good enough for now. All right, so now let me go ahead and figure out where Spirit wants to start this reading, since it's always kind of different for each reading. Okay. Oh, there's one more. Flip it. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Where do you want me to start the Virgo reading for March? Spirits, guide my hands. Where do you want me to start the Virgo reading for March? Oh, right there. All right. That's what we'll do. All right. So even though I rotated the mat and everything, Libra, they also want to start in relationships and love, just like Virgos, but completely different reading. I just thought it was interesting. Okay. So if you are, whatever your sun sign is, right? So if your sun sign Libra, that's your birthday, you're also going to have a lot of stuff in your chart that's Virgo and that's Scorpio. It's always a sign before you and a sign after you. So just something to keep in mind. Okay. But yeah, let me grab the camera so you guys can see everything up close. Go for a little ride here. All right. So yeah, Libra, you were ready to talk, or your spiritual team was definitely ready to talk. The bones and charms came out very fast. All right. So if you want to just look here for a second at everything, it looks like your 2 or 3 busiest sections this month are body and mental health and spiritual unconscious. It looks like the busiest. Work and money also has a fair share of stuff going on. And then, well, actually, yeah, all of your sections are pretty busy, but these are the 2 busiest. Okay. Doesn't mean that things aren't happening in the other ones, of course, but that's just kind of how they fell and how I interpret that. Okay. But let's go ahead and start right here where we have those freedom handcuffs right in the center there of relationships and love. Okay. So this is all types of relationships here, Libra. Okay. This romantic, platonic with friends and family, and self-love, or all of the above. All right. But whatever falls sometimes in that, the heart that's on the mat, that for me is like your heart chakra or someone's heart chakra. So I also forgot to say that this reading could be about you here, Libra, or someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So take it how it may resonate and never force a reading. Check your other placements if this is not the one for you. All right. But I like that the freedom handcuffs are on the heart. Okay. And then I see the frog there as well. Okay. So it's like some type of reaching for a sense of freedom in our relationships, when one or multiple. But a leap of faith is really about not knowing what the outcome is going to be with something, but like doing it anyway. Right. So I feel like it's because the frog is here and it's kind of going towards the word relationship. I feel like it's saying here, Libra, that maybe it's about moving closer to a relationship for somebody or multiple relationships, right? But it's also this beautiful sense of freedom, and it's like a light-hearted energy here. Okay. So I definitely like that. Now I want to look a little bit what's in the past and in this section. Okay. And then come back to other things in here. Okay. But yeah, whatever falls outside of that main black cloth or mat that I'm using this is still in those sections. Okay. In this section, but it's energy from the past. All right. So this could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years, etc. Whatever the past is for you or someone else, etc. We have the turkey wishbone all the way out here. Okay. And then right over here, we have the bobcat tooth. All right, I just flipped it over. And a little bit of the human tooth bone kind of crossing over here. And also a little bit of Cupid crossing over this way. So I would say here, I'm not about to say Virgo. I would say here Libra. Sorry, your Libra is that there was like a big wish or a group of wishes in the past. Perhaps someone was chewing over and digesting twice here. Maybe what are their boundaries like in their relationships or doing things on their own terms, just like a cat, because this is the bobcat tooth. They're really good at boundaries, right? They won't even let you pet them if they're not in the mood. Okay, so with Cupid being here, this is my symbol for all types of love, just like this whole section. So it could be that either someone that you love or someone that loves you, etc., um, is wanting to like help you or someone else with the energy with where you feel not only free, because remember we started with the freedom cuffs, but here with the ship anchor, it's like your sense of freedom and safety within your relationships or within one relationship or multiple. Okay, so this looks like a very supportive energy. I definitely like that. Okay, um now if we go this way here, Libra, we have the lion, we have the water charm, and then we have the horseshoe charm. So here, this is like a lot of emotions around passion and creativity and courage within our relationships. Maybe even has something to do with family. It could be our blood family, or in addition to that, or not the blood family. It could just be our tribe, our group of people that we vibe with, whatever we consider our tribe. Um, but there's a lot of emotions here, and I don't feel like that they're bad. Okay, they could just be intense. All right, now this also could have something to either do with a Leo for some of you guys, or during Leo season, or where you have Leo in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, but I also see that there is this like need to go slow a little bit here, okay, with the turtle all the way out this way. And also, right on the line is that baby, okay, and it's face down. So, this is like the second reading, probably some other readings for this month. I can't remember, had the baby face down, but this can be about like receiving, excuse me, some type of information like when we're sleeping, okay? Because it almost looks like the baby wants to reach and touch, but it hasn't yet. That envelope charm, okay? So the baby's pretty much on its own out here on the line, and it crosses over, and that's why it applies this way. But it's not touching the chair yet or that information. So maybe someone needs to sleep more, okay, to get this deep rest and go slow here, or maybe you're not getting enough sleep, or someone else isn't, or something here. This also could have something to do with children in the physical 3D. So it could be your children or someone else's, or just a childlike energy or inner child, okay, energy, but definitely need to go slow with something here. This also does make sense when we talk about the general astrology for March, and maybe that's why all the readings tend to have been starting in the relationship and love section. I just realized that again because we have Venus going into retrograde, and Neptune is also in retrograde in March. We have Juno, which rules relationships, partnerships, commitments. It's an asteroid. It's also in retrograde in March. So retrogrades aren't inherently bad. It just makes us slow down and go back over things and really take our time. Okay, so definitely can speak to that too with the baby and the turtle here. All right. Now, as we go this way, we have the skull right on the line, and then right underneath it, under its chin, is we have a deer tooth. Okay, so where we see a skull in a reading can tell us a lot where someone's mind is at or where it will be, etc. So someone could be thinking a lot about relationships, all different types of relationships, and also like how to get a sense of purity or gentleness back into these relationships. Again, that leap of faith to follow that like kind of lighthearted freedom energy that we saw over here. Now, as we go this way here, Libra, we do have the broom all the way out here and then that other human tooth bone. So there is also a need, and someone could be chewing over and digesting, like how to do some clearing and some cleansing within one relationship or multiple, okay? But when you do that, or when someone else does, or when the energy just does that, right? Remember I said Venus in retrograde? That's when we can kind of focus more on the happiness and manifesting happiness in our relationships here. So here we have the alligator claw, which represents good luck and also striving for that happiness. It's reaching for it, right, with the claws of the alligator. Okay. Um, so yeah, I mean, I feel like that is pretty straightforward in terms of that section here, Libra. Um, but now I want to go ahead and move into work and money over this way because that's kind of where Spirit is telling me to go. So again, we'll kind of start with what's out here on the white part in the past and then move into the current present energies, okay? But I can see, right away here, Libra, that there was a lot of abundance here in the past, okay? Because you have the buckeye over here and also the nutmeg here. So abundance in terms of work or money, it can be actually money and work, right? But it's whatever we want to manifest in those areas. That's what abundance is, right? So perhaps in the past too, someone was really thinking about how do I get more of that, right? With this raccoon claw here. How do I also, maybe someone was thinking about in the past, like how to be proactive and assertive and aggressive to getting this abundance at work or with the money, the finances. There was also a beautiful healing energy I can see back here, Libra, with the lizard, okay? Something about regrowth or rebirth or healing, right? So some lizards, when you cut off their tail, it grows back, right? So both of your skulls, okay, this month are in work and money. So even though we talked a little bit of, because it was right on the line to relationships and love, they're mainly both in this section though, okay? So someone thinking a lot about this, all right, or just the mental energy there in general, okay? Um, Interesting. Okay. So if we go this way here, Libra, we have the cat's eye, which is also, if you're familiar with tarot, almost like the moon card. So something we're not seeing clearly, okay? Whatever this is for you or someone else or the energy, that has good luck with it though, right? So maybe we don't have all the information about something in terms of our work or money or finances or sense of being valued, but there's still good luck hit. There's still good luck here with it, with the horseshoe and the ladybug inside, and it's like your support system. Whether when we're talking about work and money is coworkers, a boss, it could still be friends and family, romantic partner, whatever it is. They want to help with this good luck despite of not knowing what this is. Okay, it could be just a sense of uncertainty, right? But also your support system, if we follow that snake vertebrae bone going this way, and sorry if you guys can hear my stomach growling. After this, I'm going to definitely have a snack. But because I didn't have much for breakfast earlier, your support system like is being or wanting to be more proactive or assertive with being more flexible with the work, the money, the finances here, okay? Because we got the dog ankle bone is on top of that raccoon penis bone, right? So divine masculine energy showing up here. And then with the fish, right, kind of hiding on the side or underneath it, it's like when we bring in this flexibility energy, that's perhaps maybe when we have more success and prosperity. If we go this way, there could also be something going on here with either travel or modes of transportation with the bicycle right on the line and also touching that raccoon penis bone. Okay, so it could have something to do with a car, a bicycle, a scooter, whatever, right? Modes of transportation. Or it could just be something to do with travel or just a lot of movement in general. Like, remember going back to that uncertainty energy I was talking about with not knowing what we're missing some type of piece of information yet. So, when I talk about the moon card or when I talk about the cat's eye, pretend that you are sleeping over a friend's house and it's dark, everyone's sleeping, and you get up to get some water, but let's say it's a new friend and you don't know where the kitchen is or where you can get to get the water. So this is like, again, not knowing all the information or kind of still traveling in the dark a little bit here, like feeling our way. But if we go this way here, Libra, it's like needing to clear something here with maybe something we heard, okay? Or maybe we heard something, and then because of whatever we heard with the listening bells here, we need to clear something in terms of the work, the money, or the finances. So if it's like gossiping stuff, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but if we don't know all the information and it's just like hearsay or something, then we need to clear that, right? But whatever it is, definitely a need for some clearing here with the feather. Now, as we go this way, the reason why I was saying before that this was really interesting, Libra, is with that cat's eye and then also the no, to still see the good luck with the horseshoe and the ladybug and then see the success with the fish. It's just so interesting, right? So you could be receiving a no or giving a no, or it comes in general this month. But that's still an angel. Okay, so your angel coin's over there, right? Looks like more like a traditional happy angel. But this is still an angel, even though it may look a little scary. So it's like that famous saying, I can't remember how it goes exactly. Rejection is God's protection, something like this, right? So if you receive a no or you give a no, it doesn't have to be no for forever. It could just be no for right now, maybe until we get that other information too. But let's see what's underneath it. So we have the skeleton hand here, and then we have the leaf here. So skeleton hand, just like the angel coin over here, is a symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, etc. They want you to clear something. Again, there's clearing twice. So first with the feather over here, and then with the leaf. So old leaves fall off the tree and die when we need to clear something to make room for new leaves, right? So this doesn't feel, like a horrible no, but of course it is a general reading, and it's going to be different for everybody. But I say that again because you still have all this success here. Um, so whatever this is, I wouldn't worry too much. Just keep doing your clearing and your cleansings, okay? Um, but yeah, what else? Well, that's pretty much everything that's like on that line because these other pieces aren't necessarily touching yet. But I would go back to, remember how I said whatever's in the center circle affects all the different areas? So if this baby is here all by itself, okay, it's not necessarily touching these other things, is this could have something to do with your children, if you have children, or someone else's, or a childlike energy or inner child work. Okay, but it's like downloading something or needing more rest. Okay, so the resting properly is also a form of cleansing, right? For our body and our spirit and our mind and all those things. Okay, so just keep that in mind too. All right. Okay, so now I actually want to go ahead and move into your spiritual unconscious section. Okay, I was trying to ask spirit in my head real quickly. I was like, which one? And they're like, either one. I'm like, okay, we'll start over here. So this section is your spiritual unconscious. You could also call it your intuition, your first reactions to things, okay, what you feel at night when you're sleeping or alone, all that kind of stuff. So I want to see what's in the past, and then we'll move back onto the mat, okay, because there's quite a few things out here, okay. So the first kind of couple things that I see is we have the question mark out here. This is my listening seashell that's like right on the line. We have a coyote penis bone out here. We have the goat Capricorn energy out here. We have the dragonfly. We have the money bags. And we have good luck. Okay. And then we'll talk about those other things in a minute. So, what's the past, right? Again, it could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years. Um, there could have been some questions, like spiritual, unconscious, intuitive questions that somebody was trying to be proactive with, or just the energy in general here with that coyote penis bone. To being proactive to listening for something. So, how do I listen to my intuition? Or my subconscious or my spiritual side. I see that somebody maybe started that in the past or was thinking about that. And on the other side, there was all this beautiful good luck and abundance around our spiritual dreams. So, what are we spiritually and consciously, intuitively dreaming for? And how do we put in that effort? Perhaps with our spiritual team, and how do we be resilient with that and not give up. So for some people, this could also have something to do with a Capricorn, or during Capricorn season, or where you have Capricorn in your chart. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could just be that resilient energy. um, I also see here, Libra, that with the book charm right here on the line, and then the wish charm that was under it, there could have been some type of information, spiritual, unconscious, intuitive information that has something to do with a wish, okay, that maybe started in the past and then is also still here in the present, in the crescent, in the present current energies, okay. Um, so I see too that if we go this way, this is super cute. I didn't even see that before, but I'm letting the camera kind of focus in a second. Is we have the witch charm here, and then this is the butterfly. And it was like they were both touching. I don't think I've seen that before. It's been a really long time. It was like that. So the witch charm is my symbol for friends, a group of friends, or one friend, or a friendly type of energy. But somebody is helping you through some type of spiritual transformation here with the butterfly, Libra. Okay, so this could be you or someone else, or just the energy in general with this transformative energy. And also, like, I see you or the energy or someone else, like, wanting to manifest how to feel more safe. Okay, over here with the raccoon claw going towards the safety pin, how to feel more spiritually and consciously, intuitively safe, right? With those things, okay? Safe in our spirit. I love it. So I see the energy being more proactive around also maybe finding um, a sense of equal give and take or spiritual justice here, with the balance scale showing up. Now, this could have something to do with a Libra, or during Libra season, or where you may have Libra in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. But it's like a balance, double balance, because you also have the yin yang over here. But I'm going to move it back where it was. I just wanted you to see it because it's kind of hard to see there. Is the hummingbird is upside down on top of the balance scales. Okay. So this is like a balance between being at peace with your intuition, with your spiritual nature, your unconscious, again, your first gut reactions to things. It's like being at peace with that and really learning how to feel safe with it and use it, right? Um, so we might do something that's a little non-traditional, like the hummingbird. We might fly backwards, and that's different from other birds, but we get the sweetest nectar, and we're the fastest bird. So it's like maybe not caring necessarily what other people think about your own intuition or someone else's, what have you, right? But that's how you're going to hear as well, Libra. Get out of any stagnant energy here, okay, with that lock charm, and with it being right next to the bow and arrow Sagittarius energy, um, it's like, what are our spiritual unconscious dreams? Where do we pull back that arrow and hit our target? So if this feels stagnant, excuse me, um, this may be because we're not trusting ourselves or trusting someone else enough. Um, so this could also have something to do with a Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or where you may even have Sagittarius in your chart, but it doesn't have to be. But I do see that over time with the rope charm here, your spiritual team is like really showing up here for you. They probably always have been there, but maybe you're going to feel it more, okay? Because here we have the angel coin and the coffin charm. Now, your spiritual team could also be wanting to help you plant some seeds here, something of substance here, Libra. Um, your spiritual team could also really want you to cut something away here, okay? So you can feel more freedom, a sense of freedom with Pegasus, the winged horse here, then touching the scissors and then going back to the coffin. So this represents past on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, etc. Okay? But look how protected you are, or look how protected someone is, or the energy is here, Libra, with the Norse symbol of protection right here. And you are protected, or someone is protected, or the energy is protected to go over the details, the spiritual, intuitive, unconscious details here with the strawberry, okay? Because remember, this stuff is on the line too. It also applies to this section. So with the cat's eye being there, if there's something we're not seeing all the way, or we don't have all the information yet, there's still good luck, right? With the horseshoe and the ladybug. There's still our support system showing up here. Okay. There's still a proactive, assertive energy that is reminding someone here, or the energy to be flexible, maybe around a no, okay? But your spiritual team could be like, that's no for a reason right now, right? We still need to clear something here with the leaf too, okay? And it doesn't have to be no for forever, just maybe even no for right now. Now, as we go back this way too, this could have something to do with also like astral travel, because we're talking about spiritual unconscious or traveling in our dreams. It could also just showing all the movement here. If it's not necessarily about astral travel, it's just showing a lot of movement. The wheels on the bicycle are moving fast, right? And clearing and cleansing again with the leaf here. I'm sorry, not the leaf. That was over there. The feather, right? And listening to something. So clearing and cleansing too, so we can listen to our own spiritual unconscious intuition, okay, or someone else can, etc. Now I want to see what's under here. Okay, so underneath the Norse symbol for protection, we have the honeybee, and then it's the other honeybee right next to it. That's crazy, okay? They usually are not together like that. So this represents individual power and community power, and it's all around that envelope, okay? So this is the letter, message, document, envelope charm. So it represents a communication or opportunity that's really going to come in here and be protected not only by yourself, but by your communities. Like, you're protected, and you have to go over these details, okay? Because when you or someone else does this, or the environment shifts, or the energy shifts, that's when we're going to have healing by water. That's when we can have more traveling with spiritual energy even. That's when we're going to have that good luck with the green lucky rabbit's foot coming in this way. And if we can see, there's a little bit of the cloud underneath there. So if there is spiritual unconscious confusion a little bit around this good luck, don't like second guess it, is what I'm getting. Just go with it, because your spiritual unconscious environment with the spider and the spider web wants you to feel that beautiful energy of the peace doves there. Okay, they want you to feel this feminine energy as well. with the feminine charm. So regardless of gender, right, we all have masculine and feminine, but this feminine energy is soft and receiving and gentle. And Saturn is also hiding under here. So Saturn is coming in and getting us, Sirius or someone else or the energy, to be like, how can I get organized and responsible and delegate tasks with my spiritual, unconscious, intuitive side? And if it's not just about me, right, it's my spiritual team. How can I ask my guides for help or to watch over me or whatever it is, okay? Because they're here again really strongly. So now we have the fish vertebrae on its side here. So needing to go with the flow, um, with our spiritual support system, because they also want you to focus on, with the fork on top of it, like what are you or someone else or the environment spiritually digesting, right? That's a big piece of the puzzle, so to speak, over here with the puzzle piece. It's about our past lives, like what did we spiritually, unconsciously digest in our past life, our lives, or even if it's during this life, right? They say that we're different people. Um, every 7 years, our cells regenerate and blah, 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 right? Or just in general, I'm not the same person as I was last year. A lot of people can, you know, resonate with that. So it's just saying that, thinking about those things, what are we spiritually and consciously digesting? And then as we go this way, once we think about those things or continue if we already have, underneath it is the lightning bolt. Okay. So now also new ideas can come in here, Libra, spiritual, unconscious, intuitive ideas that affect the whole environment and then bring again more peaceful energy. So that's really, really cool. Okay. Um, so just remember, the deep restorative rest is going to be important if we are getting those spiritual downloads. Okay. All right. So I think that makes sense as far as that section. So let's now move ahead into your last one here, Libra, which is your work and money. Okay. I'm not sorry, not work and money. Let's try that again. We already did that. This is your mental, your body and mental health. I just autopilot and I saw the M and I was like, it means money. No, it's mental. Okay. Let me get a sip of water here and we'll keep going. All right. So let's see what's in the past and then move on to the black mat again. So if we pull out, you can see a seashell a little bit over here. Seashell charm. We can see the seashell conch shell over here. Okay, so very interesting. We can see all the way out here, we've got the key charm, we have the mountain charm with the elephant, and we have the apple. And then over here, right on the line and crossing over, we have the book charm and the wish charm. So let's stop there for a second and just kind of see. So in the past here, in terms of someone's body and mental health, there could have been this feminine energy, this soft receiving energy that was like, if we have memories of challenges with our body and mental health, there's still answers that are close by. Perhaps a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or your own leadership qualities here in the past, Libra, was showing up. And then perhaps there was some type of information about your body or your mental health that somebody was really wishing for, and it came in to you or from you to someone else, or just in general could have even come from a doctor, a trainer, etc. Right? Since we're in the health section. And this could have like brought in a lot of emotions here, or it maybe wasn't even your emotions all the way here, Libra, because with that coyote claw right next to the cup, the coyote is a pack animal, so it could even be other people maybe were emotional about this information. Okay. But there is like double good luck and success here. So we have the majority of that green lucky rabbit's foot being in the body and mental health section. We have the bat, which is also another symbol for good luck in lots of cultures. But it also talks about like subtle vibrations and communication, right? So since the bats are blind and they use echolocation to communicate in sounds, that could be a big emphasis this month in terms of somebody's body and mental health. And even though maybe there's a little bit of confusion, remember with the cloud hiding underneath the green lucky rabbit's foot, that confusion could also have been or is still currently a catalyst for someone to be like, well, what am I physically digesting? Remember, the fork was here and it was kind of like laying on top of the fish vertebrae like that. So, what am I physically digesting with my body? What am I mentally digesting with my mind? How can I have more support for these things? How can I take care of my body and my mental health so I can or someone else can also have these new ideas coming in here with that lightning bolt underneath? Okay. Excuse me. So this could also be here, Libra, like a big piece of the puzzle is longing for, with the mermaid here, this feminine energy to come in, the soft, gentle, receiving energy, this peaceful energy to come in. And I love that the peace doves, okay, if I can kind of move that back a little bit. This, okay, all the sections have stuff. This has a heart, this has a money symbol, that has a cross hiding under there. And here we have a person meditating, if you can kind of see the body outline in the head here. So the peace doves are right, like climbing inside this person's body, okay, energetically. I love that. And then with the spider and the spider web here, it's like, yeah, our body and mental health environment and bringing all this peaceful, beautiful energy, okay? So that's going to be a big importance here. And Saturn, Earth, Capricorn energy could be coming in and getting us more serious about our body and mental health, or just our health environment, how that either affects travel. If we want to travel and we're not healthy, then it's not going to happen, right? Even if we have all the money in the world, we can't do it if this stuff is not good. So it could be that, saying that there, but it could also just be like, how do we get to being by water, and how healing and great that is for not only our physical body, but our mental health too. Because if we also have this information coming in, or opportunity here with the envelope charm, and this being around individual power and community power with both the honeybees here, if there's a lot of mental energy around that, I feel it. Just know that you are protected, or someone is protected, or the energy is protected here, Libra. And we are protected to go over the details here, remember, because the strawberry was on the other side too. So go over the details. Now, this could also affect, like, when we said body and mental health environment, it could also be our home here with the chair. And it looks like the figure is meditating, is holding the chair like in their hand, right? So this could be like affecting our home, if we live with other people, our home life or something here. But again, not a bad thing because it's so peaceful. But it could also be, if it's not affecting our home life, our actual physical home, it's like, well, where do we feel at home within our body, within our mind, okay? So someone or some energy could be really grasping that and welcoming in this peaceful energy. As we go this way here, Libra, this could be about working with a higher up person, a teacher, a doctor, a guide, a trainer, whoever. Or this could also be your own leadership qualities here with the crown, okay? I feel like it could definitely be leadership qualities, because if we look at the figure meditating on the mat, these little lines going out is like energetically. So if you're doing this with yourself, or someone else's within their body and mind, you can be such a good example for other people here too, okay? Now, if we go this way here, Libra, we also have, remember, the seahorse is right on the line, so it applies as well. the water charm, and then Leo the lion. So if it affects our home or home environment, it affects other people. It could also have something to do with our family, our blood family, or whoever we consider our family or tribe group of people. And there could be a lot of emotions around this, but it feels like good emotions. It's like getting people in that fiery Leo energy to get passionate or excited or creative with their body and mental health. This could have something to do with a Leo or where you have Leo in your chart or during Leo season, even, but it doesn't have to be. Um, and also going back this way here, Libra, remember with the baby in the center circle, it's like a little bit with the listening bells, but barely in there, okay? Like listening to the spiritual, unconscious, intuitive downloads while we're sleeping or needing to sleep or rest more or get restorative rest is a big thing for the body and mental health. This also could be like listening to your children, depending on how old they are. Even if they're young, they're like, why isn't mommy and daddy eating healthy or whatever, right? As an example, no judgment. Not saying that for everybody. But the kids could be influencing the body and mental health for somebody here, whether it's your kids or someone else's, or just a childlike energy or inner child work, being gentle with yourself or something here. Um, but really, really interesting. Keep, following the North Star there too, over there, for your body and mental health goals, okay, or for someone else. And really using all that beautiful good luck there, okay? All right. So, I think we'll end there. Hopefully, that will make some sense for you, Libra, if it doesn't already. All right. But yeah, thank you guys so much as always, for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, um, all the things that are free, whether it's here on Facebook or YouTube or later eventually on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. So I just want to put the camera back up here and kind of say bye to you guys. But enjoy this time period, Libra and Virgo. And all of Hermes wants to come say bye. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I will be back later, continuing with the rest of the signs, starting with Scorpio and Sag next. All right. So you guys take care, and we will see you later. All right. Say bye, Hermes. Say bye.